Hi friends, today I am going to talk about Uranus in 4th house. The 4th house in astrological chart stands for home, for mother, for real estate, for vehicles, for wealth, for mines, for natural resources of earth, for living condition of people in a nation, for the natural disasters, catastrophic disasters like typhoons, hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis, you name it. It stands for chest area, and it also stands for the feelings, the state of mind, the emotions, the happiness, the passion. It also stands for security, home security, and the fear of losing that security. It's a moksha house, and it represents soul and the way the soul come to an end in a physical body. It represents that, and it also represents hereditary and genes, and it also represents all the immovable assets. It represents the ruling party, it represents the non-ruling party, political party of the country, the opposition. And if there is malefic in 4th house and it gets triggered, it can, because it is directly aspecting the 10th house in the nation's chart, so it can create trouble for the ruling political party of the nation. And also, like, there could be the nation, the government may have to deal with riots or some natural catastrophic events. That is also a possibility. So etc. There are many other things, but this is the basic. So the thing is, when a person has, since I'm a personal astrologer, so I would like to discuss personal charts, the personal influence more than the influence on mundane level, because I feel more comfortable with that. So anyway, when Uranus is in 4th house in a person's chart, what it indicates that person as a child, he or she must have gone through some kind of unusual circumstances in the house, like in their family home, the parental home, like maybe the parents were divorced, or one of the parent is getting into love relationships with different people more often, so the child have to cope with the parental figure who is changing every now and then. So that's a trauma for a child, but that kind of situation is a possible. Or one of the parent could be of unusual profession, like an astronaut, or maybe a magician, a world-renowned magician like Mr. David Copperfield, so that kind of possibility is there. And also maybe the child may have been brought up in a foster home or in an orphanage, or one of the parent could be a step parent, or the child may have gone through changes of home, like more often than an average another person, maybe they are the nomads kind, the parents, and they are driving a van around with their kids, and the kids never have the chance to see a normal school and have a normal group of friends, and that school and college life, maybe that child never experienced that, because there's homeschooling kind of situation. If parents are sensible, sometimes that also is not provided. So this kind of situation happens, or maybe the changes in the home, the homes are being changed very often, or the living situation fluctuates, like sometimes they are wealthy, they live in a good home, and then suddenly the finances go down for parents, and then they have to live in very ordinary situation. So that kind of thing. Or the changes in the home, like through renovation or shifting of furniture, that's a very minor thing, but that's also a possibility. Like parents have this the weird habit of every now and then changing things in the house, so that kind of thing. But generally, maybe one parent could be very distant, not very loving or caring, not nurturing home, the child didn't see a nurturing home. It's a very unusual, unconventional kind of situation the child goes through in the childhood. So this kind of position makes the child, when he grows big, a rebel, rebel against the social norms. This kind of person, when he grows big, he's very unconventional regarding society and its rules. It doesn't follow the norm. It likes to live, he likes or she likes to live on his own terms. So maybe he will make a home which with the home decor will be bizarre, like totally futuristic, or maybe the deco items will be like unthinkable of for any other home, or maybe like one home I saw, and the person is my client, so I visited her home, and she had in her bedroom ceiling the fish aquarium. So when you are lying down, you are seeing the fishes moving over your head. So that kind of thing, though it's very beautiful and it's unusual, but it is unusual, not everybody will think of having a fish aquarium with the fishes moving. I won't be able to sleep if I have someone moving on top of my head, so that kind of thing. And generally speaking, they are more, like technically savvy. They like to have more gadgets in the house. We all have gadgets in the house, but some of us, we don't invest in gadgets which we are not going to use. Generally, we think, okay, we are not going to use it, but these people, they want all kind of gadgets, like whatever comes in the market, they want it, so this kind of thing. And generally they are rebel and they are different from others. So I opened many charts of celebrities to see this situation, like J.K. Rowling, Rags to Riches story for J.K. Rowling, and Angelina Jolie, Melanie Griffith, Sri Satya Sai Babaji, Mr. Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, he has 4th house Uranus, and Kenya West, he has 4th house Uranus. There are few others, but like I opened, I was researching on Melanie Griffith's life, and I saw that at the age of 4, her parents got divorced, and she lived with her mother and her stepfather till the age of 14. And though she was a brilliant student, academically she was doing very well, but she chose to, give up her education to join film industry and stage and, this kind of thing. And she has this childlike voice and very cute face. And she, at the age of 14, she decided to get into a live-in relationship with Don Johnson, who was 22 that time. And she got married to him very soon after that, maybe within 2-3 years, and they got divorced also soon after that. And after that, she married another person, and then divorced him, and then married Don Johnson again, and then she married Antonio Banderas. Now she's Antonio Banderas' wife now. So she got married 4 times to 3 different men, and she has been fighting her drug and alcohol addiction for ages, and she gives a stellar performance as an actress, so though people, journalists and critics write her off that she's not serious, but as an actress she's really serious. So it's commendable that in spite of going through much upheaval in her life, she is still a strong woman. And then I opened Angelina Jolie's chart. She also has 4th house retrograde Uranus there, so she is even a stronger Uranian, and she is Cancer ascendant with Moon in her ascendant, and Cancer ascendant with Venus in her ascendant, and she has 4th house Libra retrograde Uranus in Chitra Nakshatra, and the nakshatra lord Mars is going to 9th house. Mars is Raja Yoga Karka for her, and very well placed, because Moon and Jupiter are also in Pisces in 9th house, and it's making Gajkesri Yoga, and Mars is very strongly placed as 5th and 10th lord, I think, and Venus is also in the ascendant and in in a good situation. So it gives her beauty as well as her success as a in this materialistic world. She's very successful. She is a humanitarian, and she also comes from a broken home, and she had a very difficult relationship with her father, and she's brilliant, a genius. She is a producer of movie, and she's a brilliant actress, beyond comparison, and she's a humanitarian par excellence. She goes to war-torn countries, and she's mother of few kids. Some are biological, some are adopted. She has been married thrice, And other than that, she has recently gone through some surgeries which are so unusual just to save herself from cancer which runs in the family. We must remember that fourth house also stands for hereditary and genes. So to avoid cancer, hopefully she doesn't get it. She went through terrible, very major surgeries which other person may not consider. So this kind of person she break the norms, social norms also, like regarding her personal life. She doesn't care what people think about her. She lives life on her own terms, and very kind, because her Venus is in Cancer in the ascendant. It makes her a naturally nurturing person, a very motherly affection she has for kids. She loves kids. And I have read one of her comment where she says she can die for her first child, Maddox, anytime. She said her life is not even an option, So that is something very unique about her. And I also would like to talk about Chitra Nakshatra, because nowadays I am researching a lot on Chitra Nakshatra and even reading the mythology regarding it, and it's really interesting, So I just would like to tell that, but before that I just wanted to tell you that in America from 2003 to 2010, Uranus was in 4th house, and during that phase, there were a lot of forest fires, typhoons, tornadoes, and I think a lot of this kind of stuff, hurricanes and massive lightning. The destruction was more than other times. Forest fires were very bad in California somewhere also. I heard about it. I'm not too sure, because I'm focusing more on personal astrology, so I'm not going towards mundane anymore. It's so, for the time being at least, it takes so much of my time. So anyway, so regarding Chitra Nakshatra, I just wanted to say that this Chitra Nakshatra is that supergalactic center zone, it's also called Spica, and it is a beautiful celestial spiritual nakshatra, and it is called the creator itself. Why it is called the creator, because that I'm going to explain to you what I have found out through reading some religious books and stuff. The deity for this nakshatra is Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma is also called Prajapati. In many Vedas, the rishis and sages have described Prajapati or Vishwakarma as father, generator, creator, architect of this universe. And Vishwakarma is the one whom we call creative force energy. We also call him Prajapati or Brahma, and he's the one who decide and predict the direction of the creation. So and you see, Uranus is also called Prajapati. So I feel he is Uranus is representative of divine will, representative of creative force energy. There is another Veda where it is said that Prajapati or Vishwakarma is beyond 7 rishis, and it is multidimensional. And not only multidimensional, it is far beyond we can imagine how big he is. Chitra Nakshatra, that's why stands for prosperity, success, beauty, art, glamour. So when it is like Virgo 23 degrees something from Virgo it starts, and it goes until 6 degrees something in Libra. So the Virgo side of it, because Virgo is a sign which stands for in the zodiac bed, the Virgo is the sign which suggests the soul's purpose of incarnation in human body, the purpose of birth, and Virgo is the sign which is the God's desire, the divine desire, the desire of the creator of this universe for that soul, for each and every soul, to go through trial and tribulations in life to achieve involution, the inner growth, through which one can achieve evolution. So this is the part of Virgo. In Virgo, the growth is inner. When Chitra Nakshatra falls in Virgo side, the soul's desire or the purpose is to go through inner growth, So the trial and tribulations it will go through, the soul will go through in human body, it will eventually make him a more spiritually evolved person, an awakened soul, And when it falls in Libra side, when it falls in, the Libra is more about relationships and beauty, physical beauty, the how it presents, how the soul presents itself in physical body to outside world. It's about external beauty, and it's about relationships, So the focus is on illusion, on Maya. So the people are, they want to be more aesthetically beautiful. So that's why it's about art, glamour, creativity, painting, singing, dancing. And Chitra Nakshatra people, they have this ability to dazzle and stand out, and they have beautiful eyes, and they are very beautiful people when it is prominent in a chart, And probably this is why when it is on the Libra side, I have noticed in some charts that people opt for, they are so physically conscious that they offer plastic surgeries, and they will be carrying on doing that kind of procedures till they start looking bad actually, but they are very conscious about their looks, their looks are everything to them. That's one of the thing about this Chitra Nakshatra. And also whenever there is eclipse, in Chitra Nakshatra, it is going to harm in some or the other way. It brings malefic results, that's for sure. So like either the government will go through some problem, or the royal person, or people who are in power, they have some issues, that time they have to deal with. So that's one of the thing about Chitra. And I was reading this one book, and which in that it was mentioned that when Lord Rama wanted to go to Lanka to get his wife Sita from Ravana, Ravana captured her and kept her, in Lanka. So he wanted to bring her back, but there was a sea in between, ocean, and he wanted to build 1,300 kilometers of distance, long bridge, which was not possible because he didn't have that kind of manpower, that time. So he was suggested by Lord Shiva and Vibhishana to pray to Varuna, the god of sea, Varuna, and which Neptune represent. So, and ask for help, ask for his blessings, So Lord Rama prayed to Lord Varuna, and Lord Varuna came and he told Lord Rama that you have one monkey in your team who is Nala, and he is son of Vishwakarma, and he is as powerful and as good, as brilliant as his father. You ask him to take the charge of building this bridge, and he will do it to perfection. Trust him, let him do it for you, and I will support your decision, and I will make sure that the bridge is built as soon as possible and you all can cross over. So the bridge was built in 5 days, 1,300 kilometers, the distance, the long bridge. It was built in 5 days. And I read the shloka which is in Valmiki Ramayana, which is talking about this event, and it's really nice. I would like to read it for you guys. I do like to read sometimes the shlokas. It really make me feel good. Like I feel connected to that event. So it's Ayam Saumya Nalo Nam Tanujo Vishwakarmanah Pitra Datvarha Shriman Pratimo Vishwakarmanah Esh Setum Maha Utsaha Kashetu Maivanarah Tam Aham Dharishyami Tathahi Esh Yathapita. This is what Lord Varuna told Lord Rama. I hope you like my video. If you do, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you. God bless you. Take care.